Welcome back to Kevin's TV, and we are officially on day 16 of our Black History/History series. Now, I just left church a little while ago, and what other way to describe our Black History fact for today? Now, please do not mind the coffee stain on my shirt. That's not why we're here today. Just sit down and come join class and listen to our Black History fact. Well, I discovered our first black ordained minister in the United States of the name Lemuel Haynes. Haynes became the first black minister in the United States. He was a self-taught student who studied Greek and Latin from Connecticut clergymen. He also served in the Continental Army in 1776, following his license preaching in the year 1780. He was also born to a white dad and black mom. And he's a person of biracial. Now, with him being born to a black mom and white dad, that still makes him an African American. Oftentimes these days also, if you visit a church or join a church, you'll only see one skin color. It may be only black people or white people in their church. Well, it's because people have different religions and backgrounds and things. Now, in a real life situation, to go to a black church or to join a black church, we have segregation, or, well, I wouldn't say it's segregation, but that's where it came from in the beginning. It came from segregation and racism. Now, it really doesn't matter your skin your skin tone or color on whether to what church you can join. And now, I can say on my half, shout out to my pastor, David Rose at New Hope in Christ. You guys can come visit us at 1708 Veracruz Street in Memphis, Tennessee. He always talks about, no matter your skin color, your background, your ethnicity, or what color, how long your hair is, or, if you got one arm, two arms, or whatever, it's really about how you glorify God and how you worship God yourself. And with Haynes being our first black minister, I don't think that a lot of black churches would be, or a lot of black churches would be open as they are now in these days. And not to get into too far into details, but a lot of black churches have suffered many losses or in different ways these days also. Like the 4 little girls who got bombed in the church in Birmingham, Montgomery. I think that was during Selma, if I'm mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong here in the comment section. But what I'm saying here is that our black pastor, black minister at the time, which was our very first, he came in 1783. Of course, this was still during slavery, segregation, racism, all that was high at the time. Once again, he was born to a white dad but a black mom, and that did not change the fact of who he was or who God created him to be. See, God created Haynes to become a preacher, and the first black preacher in the United States at that. And like I'm saying at first, if it was not for Haynes himself to become the first black pastor, then what would a black church be? Like, really? And I feel like that there's been so many suffering in black churches, all the way from Ebenezer Baptist Church. My church, my home church itself, and once again, I'm not going to get too far into detail. Other churches surrounding Memphis, Tennessee, have had ups and downs, and all across the United States, but it's all about how you glorify God. And I'm not here to preach, but I'm here to illustrate that no matter your skin color or your ethnicity or background, you know, you can always join a church. You can always join any church, no matter your religion or not. Excuse me there. Sorry, that was my baby. She was coming, so I had to stop her right there. But you guys kind of get the picture that I'm painting here. And I will try to throw in some more facts about the bombing of the 4 girls that got killed in the church in the Birmingham church also. And I feel like Haynes was also a eye-opening to not only just the black community, but black student, I'm not sorry, black student, but black member of churches also. He studied Greek and Latin, and that's mainly what the Bible teaches you. And like I said, I'm not here to preach or be a pastor, but I'm here to add an addition of black history. And who'd have known that he was our first ever black pastor in the United States? Well, if it wasn't for me to have go research it myself and to go look, who would have known? And there's a lot of black churches here in the Mid-South in Memphis, Tennessee. Probably more black churches in the South than it is in other, on the other side of the, countries or cities or whatever, neighborhoods, whatever. And I think that if you visit or if you go to white American churches, their pastors are called ministers. They're just called ministers or preachers or something. They have their own slogans and ideals or whatnot, but thanks to Lemuel Hayes for becoming our first African American pastor in the United States, he has much of a big background. And if you want to know more about this information, you can visit www.history.com/first/black pastors in the United States. And I mean, there was more pastors, but Lemuel became the first ever himself. And once again, you guys, I'm going to close out my video here. I hope you learned something small. I have some things that I have to go take care of today. If you could, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and join me for my next Black History /History video.